You're supposed to be the next best thing in Minnesota. You're supposed to be falling behind number 21. 5 points not going to cut it, man. I need to see 25, 30, 40. Hell, give me something, man. You ain't giving me not a god doggone thing right now. You ain't giving me a bag of cookies. You ain't giving me a pot to piss in right now. Can you show me something game 3? Please. Because I know you got it. Y'all don't want to show up when James Harden don't show up, huh? I guess that's why James took the night off last night. Y'all ain't doing that. My God in heaven. Yes, Lord. On that note, let's look at game 2s from Tuesday's edition. The Wizards and the Raptors. Let me tell y'all something, man. That series ain't looking too good. Scotty Brooks, I don't think Scotty Brooks going to be back next year. And I think a couple other people from the Wizards might start getting moved around. The image that's sticking out in my mind the most is with Bradley Beal putting that towel over his head. And he's just like, I'm just so disgusted with this team right now with Wall and Gortat fussing with each other on the sidelines. This ain't looking too good for the Washington Wizards. They might still win out this series, but right now it's either 4-0 or 4-1. It ain't going to be much longer for the Washington Wizards. What's misunderstood don't even need to be explained at all. At all. The Bucks and the Celtics, 120-106 was the final score. Everybody had a hand in the pot for the Boston Celtics. Jaylen Brown had 30 points in this ball game. Giannis had 30 points in this ball game. It's just so hard. I mean, right now, for the Bucks to at least potentially even think about getting a win or two in this series, they're going to need help from the other key contributors. Jabari Parker, 0 points. Tyler Zeller, 0 points. Jason Terry, 0 points. Jesus Christ, the whole team played. Eric Bledsoe, 12. He need more than that. He definitely need more. Tony Snell, 2. He definitely need more than that. You need more than that. But when you look at the Boston Celtics, the power just not there for the Bucks to win this series. I don't know what the hell Charles Barkley talking about, but I don't think that's going to happen at all. Al Horford, 16. Jason Tatum, 4. What a rough night for the young player. Baines has 6. Terry Rozier, he's stepping his game up. He's bringing some value for them. So go ahead, young fella. You deserve this one. Rozier had 23 points in the ball game. Jaylen Brown had 30. Marquise Morris had 18. Greg Monroe stepped up with 12 points. And Lonkin had 11 in the ball game. Boston has too much power. I don't think it's not going to be much longer before this series is over, too. I think this possibly could go 4-0 or 4-1 as well. And tonight's ball game, we're going to talk about it from the other night. New Orleans take a 2-0 lead, so shout out to New Orleans Punk, and they get one of these as well. Following behind the star-studded performance of Drew Holiday. Holiday had a game-high 33 points. C.J. McCollum had 22 points in the ball game. Anthony Davis had 13 rebounds. Afukuminu had 15 rebounds. Rajon Rondo had 9. C.J. McCollum had 6. Let's look at the full box score from that ball game. What it was. New Orleans had 4 out of 5 stars was in double digits. Nikolai Mirotic had 17. AD had 22. Rondo had 16. Drew Holiday had 33. Off the bench, Chuck Diallo had none. Darius Miller had 8. Hill had 4. Ian Clark had 3. Let's look on the other side. For the Portland Trailblazers. Afukuminu had 14. Ever Turner was in the game. Then he got out the game real quick. 0 point. Nurkic had 13. Didn't see too much of him in the second half either. Lillard had 17. McCullough had 22. Ed Davis had 4. Harkless had 11. Collins had 12. And Cunnington, I think Congestion, whatever his name is, had 9 in the ball game. Now let's just go ahead. Let's jump to tonight. Same thing, pretty much keys I want to see out of New Orleans tonight is pretty much executing down the stretch, having better quarters. They had a bad quarter in the second quarter. That's what kind of gave Portland some momentum going into halftime. New Orleans still found their way to be down by 5. They made some defensive adjustments. What they were playing that pick, and the guy who's playing the pick guy stepping up more in the mid-range, playing their defense, leaving the backside open. because they're trying to run these guys off the 3-point line because that's their game. I think Portland going to execute that again tonight as well. They're going to try to see if New Orleans going to change their defensive approach to how they playing the pick and roll game with the Trailblazers. Because they don't want Portland to get no momentum shoot behind the 3-point line. I get that, but you're giving them too many open shots. That's where the second chance points coming in, because you're taking away your rim protector / rebounder, and you're leaving nothing but opportune air and space for guys to get offensive rebounds. I want to see if that's going to change tonight for the Pelicans. On Portland side of view, I want to see if they're going to get anything going tonight. At one point in time, it's just like they'll come down the floor, just hurry up and shoot, and see if they can get momentum shots to change the game. Because every once in a while, I think every team needs a momentum shot to change the pace of a game. Because once you get one big shot going, then you can take your game to the next level and start rolling from there. And I want to see if Portland going to try to slow the game down, get better, play a better pace, because they're almost playing how fast New Orleans playing. They was playing New Orleans game. You don't want to do that. You don't want to play another team's game. I want to see tonight what Portland going to do. I want to see if they're going to step it up and try to make this series 2-1. Because if they don't win tonight, in my personal opinion, I don't see them winning tonight. I really don't. I think the team and the city is just too popping right now. It's just too juice. I think you're going to see a mini Superdome in there tonight. It's going to be hard for Portland to win tonight in that arena. Then Manny Fresh going to perform, so you're starting to see some hints of what the Saints did in the playoffs against the Carolina Panthers. I don't think Portland going to win tonight. They might win Saturday, but I think we're going to see 3-0 tonight and potentially an elimination game on Saturday afternoon. But I want to see if they can change it around. I want to see if they can make some adjustments. I want to see if they're going to get some other players involved and make New Orleans defend them a different way. If they can make them defend a different type of way. Maybe if they could get Nurkic involved a little bit more. Maybe if they could get Ed Davis. Ed Davis really playing a great role off the bench. Ed Davis and Alfu Camino playing more inside. See if they can get New Orleans to change their game plan, make them make adjustments in this game as well. That's what I want to see. But on New Orleans' part, I mean, you got to give love and credit to credit's due. Drew Holiday just taking this game to another level. Like, he must strive for these moments. I'm definitely just want to see what he's going to do tonight. How you gonna respond from the performance that he had a night or two ago? That's what I want to see. Now we're going to do at home when they got that all red on tonight. That's going to be a big, interesting. Because you know what's the fun fact is that AD didn't score in the fourth quarter. They all did it themselves. And I think that's the scary part, especially when you start thinking about what they can be the following season when Cousins come back. This, I think sooner or later, because, like I said, you got to re-sign all three of them guys. You got to sign Rondo, you got to sign Cousins, you got to sign Mirotic. And one thing, let me talk about Mirotic. More and more, Mirotic remind me of an old 3-point shooter for New Orleans. That would be Peja Stojakovic. Just Peja wasn't scared to sling it. But he got that. I think if he could really take his game to the next level, he would really be a mini. I ain't saying he will be the man, but a mini Dirk Nowitzki 2.0 with that leg, that little step back with the one leg in the air. He plays like Dirk to a degree. I kind of like his game. I like what he's doing. This is going to be an interesting series to close out for New Orleans. I think this is going to be big, especially if they can sweep them. And let's just say San Antonio win 1 or 2 and make this a series with the Warriors, and New Orleans can sit back and watch their opponent. I think this is give them some type of momentum, trying to see if they can reach to the Western Conference Finals. So I'm very proud to see what they've done so far, but keep it moving tonight. Do it bigger tonight. Gotta keep it doing it bigger tonight. Also tonight in the game, like I said, Golden State gonna take on San Antonio in their series. Not too much to. I kind of expect San Antonio to play hard just for pop. You know, I really expect them to play hard regardless because they're going back home. Hard place to win in San Antonio. You got to be on your game to beat the Spurs at home. You know, I mean, some things I saw in the first half, I mean, they did the right things, you know. They made other people beat them. They made, you know, I mean, it's just down the stretch, bro. That's where they struggled. I just feel like they had no answers down the stretch, and they was just looking for answers, and they didn't have them. And now your leader not going to be there on the sidelines tonight, so that's even worse. But I think the veteran leadership is where the coaching makes up for it. Guys like Tony Parker, guys like Manu Ginobili, who knows Pop so well. I think that's what's going to make up for it. I expect to see a hard-fought performance. If they win Game 3, that wouldn't be no shocker to me. Hell, if they win Game 4, that wouldn't be no shocker to me because they are a hard-fought, they're a well-coached basketball team, and they know what they got to do to get over. So I'm definitely expecting that tonight. And the first game on the board tonight will be the Philadelphia 76ers and the Miami Heat. I think that's going to be a great one as well. Real great to see what they're going to do tonight, because I think Miami looking to take the lead. We're gonna see. I want to see if D Wade gonna give us another classic performance. If he's gonna give us another classic performance, I don't know if Philly ready for that. But I want to see if Whiteside and Embiid gonna play tonight. If they're gonna play tonight, I think they're gonna make this series a whole new series and make this a more interesting, more challenging for both teams. So I'm ready to see that tonight as well. Little NFL news before we close out the show. I just heard that the Giants released Brandon Marshall. They did release Brandon. Brandon got hurt last year and everything like that. So that led me let me wonder, could Dez go to New York? New York and Washington. Washington is a rival of the Cowboys, but it's not as bad. Philly of the Giants is like a slap in the face, in my opinion. If you look at it, my ideal eyes, I think if you think you go to Philadelphia, that's a real slap in the face. But if you go to the Giants, that's a big time slap in the face. Could he go to the Giants and play football for the Giants with Eli Manning, Odell Beckham? That's a lot of personalities right there in that receiving core. But they probably could make each other better to a degree. So, kind of interesting, fun fact. Also, tonight, the NFL schedule is going to be released tonight, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what that's going to be hitting on, see where the Saints going to be at. My one prediction with that is I kind of feel that they're going to not mess over New Orleans, but I think week 1, game of the week, I think New Orleans is going to play Carolina again. Because Carolina on the 3-game losing streak against the New Orleans Saints. And I want to see Carolina going to respond and try to take game 1 from the Saints, where the Saints are the favorite to win the division again, where I heard about 9.7 games to something like that. So that's something to be very, very interested in. And then also they said, one thing I want to see, I think it's going to be a Sunday night football game. I want y'all to remember this Sunday night football. I really think that's going to be the Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because the Steelers got to come down to New Orleans this year. And I remember right after the Super Bowl, they said they expect the Saints to beat the Steelers in Super Bowl 53 to win their second world title. That's what they expect. That's what Vegas said. Now, things probably changed now since the Rams made all these acquiring, but I'm going to go by what they said right after the Super Bowl ended this past year. So that's what I'm going to roll with. And on that note, it's time to shut it down, guys. I hope y'all enjoy yourselves on this beautiful afternoon. Enjoy tonight's ball games. I got a lot of good ones tonight. Enjoy a few baseball games right now. I know a couple of high school stuff starting to get under the way, so y'all enjoy that if y'all out there doing that. This is officially Third Down. Thank y'all for listening. Make sure y'all follow me on my Third Down page on Twitter. It's Third Down. Follow me on Twitter at Down Third on Twitter. Make sure you hit me up on Spreaker. Follow me on subscribe to Spreaker. YouTube channel Ty Third Down Brown. And so trying to make some moves for especially going to football season. We'll try to get this a little bit more bigger in the year for football when we come back around. Draft next week. We're going to probably have a big segment on mock drafts sometime next week involving with the playoffs, especially if the Pelicans can go 4-0. I can focus a little bit more on the Saints next week, getting into the draft. On that note, we'll be back. Love y'all. We out.